Level 1. You see it from the corner of the lot. A sleeping giant of black metal, keys forgotten on the counter. An invitation. Your chest tightens. Your hands remember the shape of rebellion. You tell yourself one ride, just to feel something again. You slide in. Leather cold, engine warmer than you expected. The world narrows to the hum beneath your palms. You twist the key. It answers like a promise. You breathe fast. You drive away before the echo of that word, steel, catches up. Headlights swallow the lot behind you. You taste metal and thunder. You tell yourself you can undo this, that you can put it back. But streets don't rewind. They record. You don't notice the first small things. A child's balloon snagged on a sign, a dog barking, a woman turning her head. You are already gone. You are already moving. Level 2, the radio comes alive, static first, then a song you used to hate. It fills the cabin. Your foot presses where it shouldn't. Adrenaline arranges your thoughts into a single line. Faster. You slide through intersections that used to slow you. Red lights twitch like winks. Every reflection becomes a face. You check the rear view more than you check the speed. 2 headlights appear behind you, polite at first, a tail. You make a wrong decision. You take an alley. The car shudders as if disagreeing. You smell burnt rubber. Your breath between your teeth. You can hear the city tighten. The radio counts down the song like a clock. You realize you have no plan. Only a pulse and a direction. The tail stays close. Not a cruiser yet. Just a pair of lights. You think of home. You think of what you left there. A pile of unopened mail. A photo tucked in a drawer. You think one more corner and then you will breathe. But corners are promises that break. Level 3. You hit a highway on-ramp. Your heart finds a rhythm with the tires. The city becomes a smear. Speed makes you honest. You're fast enough to forget fear, until a siren cuts the air. Blue and red paint the dashboard. Your pulse goes flat. You try the radio again. No escape hatch. The car tells you where it came from with the brief blink of an alarm light. You did not know. You did not ask. You stole more than metal. You stole a story. And it had witnesses. The tail is a heartbeat behind you now. Cop lights arranged like teeth. You should pull over. You should stop. Your mouth opens and closes, but you keep going. Refusal feels like courage. Inertia takes control. You take the next overpass. You throw the car into a tighter lane. A horn blares. A bus shudders to miss you. You see faces turn. You see the moment when your life splits. There is no reverse. Level 4. You lose the highway. Concrete jungles and dead-end alleys. The car knows the city in a way you don't. It hugs corners as if remembering childhood streets. You follow it like a ghost following a map. Your phone vibrates. An unknown number, then your mother's name. You don't answer. You imagine the worst. You imagine calling and saying, "I'm okay." But the word okay would be a lie. You park under a bridge, engine idling like a sleeping animal. You breathe through your ribcage. You think of the owner, of the person waking to an empty driveway. You think of what you took from them, not just a car. Time, safety, certainty. Your reflection in the rear view looks like a stranger, thinner, sharper. You start the engine again because stopping feels like admitting guilt. A distant cruiser wails. Closer. You try to map an escape route. You pull up a city map with your thumb. The river is both boundary and possibility. If you cross it, you can disappear into neighborhoods that don't ask questions. If you stay, you will be boxed in. You choose the river. Choices are smaller now. They fit in the space between a red light and a siren. Level 5. The bridge is empty at night. Fog rises like a curtain. You press your forehead to the steering wheel. Regret is a low weight. It sits on your chest. Then a flash. Headlights behind you, brighter than before. They cut through fog like daggers. You check the mirror and see more than a car. There are men, not uniforms, shadows with purpose. You wanted anonymity. You bought yourself a target. They follow your pattern without asking why. You take the next exit. Your hands shake. A gunshot echoes. Not near you, but close enough to change the map in your head. You speed into a neighborhood that smells like liquor and rain. A dog barks. A child cries sometime after midnight. You stop at a light and the man beside you looks like every choice you've ever made. He stares, unblinking. And you realize the stolen car is not the only theft tonight. You have stolen peace from your sister, from the stranger at the bus stop, from the man who will find his driveway empty. The weight grows. It presses behind your sternum like a palm. You try to breathe around it. Level 6. You think about turning yourself in. A flicker of honesty. You imagine the precinct's fluorescent light. Your hands cuffed. A clean end. But the men in the shadows will want different things. They will not let you choose redemption. They want information. They want leverage. And you have none to give. You reach for the glove compartment. Nothing useful. No papers, no receipts. Only the smell of someone else's cigarettes. You feel ridiculous and small. A siren grows louder. A radio blares a name you used to whisper drunk in rooms that now seem like a lifetime away. You press the accelerator. The car climbs a hill. Lights spill over the city like spilled ink. Below, the world goes on unaware. There are late-night diners, couples arguing softly, a man dragging a broken chair. You want to belong to that ebb. But belonging requires roots you have burned. You drive until dawn bites the horizon. The sky doesn't forgive. It only lights what is already in motion. Level 7. Dawn finds you at a rest stop, exhausted like a confession. You rub your eyes and look at the car beside you, the one you took. Its owner will come at noon. Or late. Or never. You don't have that kind of currency. You realize you don't know who you are without the act that defined the night. You have been living in margins. Tonight pushed you across. You're a stranger to people who think they know you. You check your pockets. No keys to your own life. Only the borrowed key sits heavy in your palm. You turn it over. It is quiet. No names carved inside. You think about leaving a note. But who would believe anything you write? You can hand the keys back and face the lights, or you can keep driving and watch as every decision becomes a chain. You think of the faces who might wake to news, of a mother answering the door with a sigh that has nothing to do with you. Regret is a cheap currency. It will not buy back time. You put the key in the ignition one last time. You start the car. You don't drive away. You step out. Your knees shake. You place the key on the hood. You watch it glint. Everything is louder than you expected. Footsteps crunch on gravel, a hand on your shoulder, warm and real. You turn. The owner looks nothing like the image you made. Older, hollowed by a softer hurt. He was not a villain. He was not a plot device. He is a person who has been cheated. The sirens arrive, then voices. Names are called. You breathe. You know the story will be told without you. You will be the center and the footnote. You will be the headline and the regret in someone's inbox. You could run now. You could vanish into 1,000 anonymous streets. But the weight in your chest knows a different truth. You cannot undo the night by becoming someone else. You cannot return to what you were. The only thing left is the next small, honest thing. You lift your hands. They are trembling but visible. The owner reaches out and takes them. Someone reads your rights. Your name becomes a sound carried by a night that never forgets. Epilogue. You will remember the smell of that engine. You will remember the moment the first light hit the hood and washed your choices in gold. You will learn the taste of consequence, not as a lesson taught, but as a life lived. There is no neat chapter break. There is only the slow flipping of days. You will lose things you had before. You will gain a new clarity that cuts like a blade. You will spend years reconciling small acts with larger scars. And sometimes, in quieter hours, you will replay the identical second when you chose to slide the key and turn the world. You will know every option you didn't take. You will know that the car was never the destination. It was the hinge. And the hinge swung one way. There is no going back. There is only forward, and the price of every step will be paid in the small currency of honest breath and slow, deliberate choices.